for Gen Alphas that literally grew up with AI on their phone, how do they consciously be aware not to depend on AI and like literally exhaust their creative thinking? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they're so dependent on AI because it's such a powerful tool that when you ask something, it instantly gives you answer and you don't need to put any effort on thinking. And for us, Chat was what introduced when I was like 2021. So before that, I know the analog lifestyle where I need to creatively think. But for these young kids, I don't think they have any sort of idea how to like think in a rational manner, and they depend on chat.
I
So for
think
them,
I think that's such a boomer take, bro. Yes, I get what you're saying, but I think it's a boomer take. I
really,
because yeah. Like the reason I'm saying this is a boomer take is like they're gonna adapt. Like that's like your parents saying, "How are these kids gonna know to like go outside and enjoy themselves and not like rot in bed all day?" It's definitely a problem more
mm,
for us compared to them, right? Like we're definitely affected by being more digitally online rather than outside compared to our parents or something like that. But it doesn't mean like we're cooked. I mean, okay, if we talk about social media, we kind of are. But like, we have our ways. We do things like go touch grass. We'll like deliberately make attempts to say like, okay, so we recognize after so many years that like social media is bad and these are the harmful effects and these are the good effects of social media, right? And a lot of conversation sprouts about like how to be healthier about using social media, all these kinds of things, right?
mm,
So we adapted in our own way. It was the same like when Photoshop came around. How are people going to know like fakes and stuff? Like people can just harass people online, or when early YouTube comments and stuff started, forums started coming out, like, oh, how are we going to prevent cyberbullying? It was a problem, and a little bit is still, but we grew aware to it. We started like thinking about how to prevent it, those kinds of things. People just adapt, and because of that, there's a lot of people out there that are super tech savvy compared to our parents, but also are in touch with nature or go outside and have friends and the regular old habits that our parents were like super worried that was going to go completely kaput when the internet came around or when Facebook came around, right? I
mm,
think it's the same kind of take that you're having, just down to the Gen Alphas. Like there are like 16-year-olds making crazy AI videos or like doing cool kind of like AI effects into regular videos that I could never even imagine or think of myself. That's because they just sit there and do that, right? They're going to find new ways of being creative. And
mm.
maybe there will be a time, and maybe we even see it now, where like they're going to be a little bit dumber because they don't quite know how to grasp this technology, or like bigger players are trying to make sure that they stay addicted, whatever the other reasons are. But they're also slowly going to wake up to it. They're going to start adapting to it, and they're going to start being aware and doing so, um, how it affects it or how it affects them, right? So I think it's a little bit of a boomer take. Like maybe we should be worried, and let's not let like another Facebook and social media happen where an entire generation is kind of cooked on
Mhm.
like dopamine addiction on screens. Like maybe we should learn from our lesson and be aware a little bit faster. But even in the worst case, like even if it takes 30 years, people are going to come to their senses. We adapt. Like we're adaptable beings.
That yeah, now okay, I do realize that was a boomer take. Okay, then I'm just passing the trauma that was passed on to me.
Yeah, bro.
That is funny. Okay,